Today in The Squeeze, Juice and Java has the latest updates on the shooting early Sunday morning in front of the cage.
Brew extraordinaire KJ Vaughn is here to tell you how to cast the ballot this election season.
And it's almost Ottothon Day. We have the director of the 12-hour dance marathon with us in studio.
Stay tuned because we'll have all that and more here on Juice and Java. Good morning and welcome to your favorite morning talk show from the Hill. It's currently 11 a.m. in the east and 8 a.m. in the west on this beautiful Saturday morning. I'm Monique Euster.
And I'm Candace Higgins. With that, let's head on over to The Squeeze.
Syracuse University students expressed their disappointment with the university's lack of communication after the gunshots were heard last Sunday night near Walnut Park. The students took to Twitter stating that a text message or orange alert would have cleared things up on Twitter. @IS Green said, quote, how can you put students in such danger? A text could save a life. Another Twitter user @LukeLee24 called for a reordering of priorities, saying, quote, less Pete Sally emails and more orange alerts. So Candace, what do you think about this? What was happening with you when you heard about the shooting on campus?
I actually heard about this through social media, and I was kind of just frustrated that I didn't know what was going on. I heard gunshots. It could have been my friend. It could have been a faculty member, someone close to me, and I just didn't know what was going on. I remember last year we had kind of a similar issue where there was a shooting nearby, but thank God that was handled a bit better and we knew what was happening.
Yeah, I think what was going on was this wasn't technically on campus. It was right off of campus, but you know, it's such a popular apartment building right where this happened. I actually lived there last year, so I was really scared. It was right outside of my bedroom window where I lived last year. So, you know, it was really scary, but I'm glad that for the most part people were okay, no students were harmed, so I think it turned out okay.
And SU Chancellor Kent Subaru broke down the cost of the controversial promenade, revealing its value at $6 million. $2 million went to water and sewer mains being reworked underneath the university. The other $4 million went to the turning the road into the walkway. He also revealed that the promenade will be named the Einhorn Family Walk, after alumni Steve and Sherry Einhorn donated $1 million to the making of the promenade. This project is the first of SU's campus framework initiative. So what do you think about the promenade?
You know, I personally love the promenade. I think that it really tied together, you know, Newhouse and the student center with the rest of campus, because there was a road that kind of like blocked the two apart before that. So, you know, I personally really love it, but I do see where people are coming from. There's a lot of different things we could have spent the money on. So, I mean, I think it goes both ways.
Yeah, but actually, I love it. I think it's a great addition to our campus. It feels more like a quad part 2. I see more faces. It's good to see, like, I don't know, it just gives us a bigger chance to see, like, the people on our campus. I feel like I see more people, more faces, more diversity. It's a good thing. I like it.
Definitely. I really like it, but we'll see how it continues. And a growing number of college students across the country are becoming frustrated with the way universities are responding to sexual assault cases. Delaney Robinson of UNC criticized the university for doing nothing during their investigation of Alan Artis when she reported him for assaulting her. She later was able to take action on her own and get a warrant for misdemeanor charges. Cases like this are not unheard of, as one student from Harvard University anonymously explained that she didn't tell the university about her assault because she watched peers deal with the process. She added that the university is not trained specifically for sexual assault cases. So, you know, I think that this is a really, really big thing in the news right now, especially with everything that's going on with Trump. It's very interesting to talk about.
Yeah, more people need to speak up. They have to stop being afraid. Like, people are here to support them. They're not alone, and we know that.
And I think we saw that with Trump when one person came out, and once his video came out, you know, we got hundreds of people coming out and talking about it. The same thing happened with Bill Cosby. So, you know, I think it really just takes one person to stand up and help everybody else out.
Yeah, and especially with social media, I feel like more people have, like, a platform to actually speak, and it won't be so, like, looked upon negatively, because, like, they'll get likes, they'll get support behind their comments on social media.
Especially with last week being the week of action here at SU, I think it's definitely been in the news a lot, definitely been talked about.
It's on us. And new reports are claiming that a staggering 500,000 elderly people go missing in China per year. That's over 300 per day. 72% of those that go missing are reported to have some sort of memory impairment, while 25% have Alzheimer's or dementia. However, it still begs the question, where are they going? This problem may continue to get worse as by 2030, China will have more than 400 million people over the age of 60 and will become the most aged population on Earth.
Very interesting, very interesting. I actually hadn't heard about this until today, but there was a case of a man going missing in Onondaga County a couple weeks ago that I was following in the paper, so I definitely think that this is a really big issue right now going on. You know, the people in Asia, they tend to live a lot longer than us, you know, here, so it's definitely becoming an issue.
Yeah, but what do you think we should do about the elderly and, like, I guess them, like, leaving and we're not knowing, you know, where they are?
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally know what the protocol is on this, but hopefully it kind of moves on.
Yeah.
And the World Health Organization said Tuesday that the government should be taxing sugary drinks to help fight obesity and diabetes. They said that a 20% tax increase could help fight the intake of sugary drinks by the same proportion. Sugary drinks are known for being some of the causes behind excessive weight gain and chronic diabetes, diseases such as diabetes. The WHO said that sugar should be making up less than 20% of daily sugar intake, energy intake. That equals about 12 teaspoons a day for adults. So what do you think about this?
Well, I personally do not like soda, but I do have those cravings, but I'd say I drink soda like 3 times a year. It's not really my personal favorite. It makes me like gassy, I burp. I don't like burping, so that's why I kind of stray away from that.
Yeah. Well, this kind of reminds me a little bit of when the governor of New York tried to say that you couldn't have any like giant sodas coming out.
And they also went through the vending machines, and I was like in high school, and I'm like, my favorite snack isn't there anymore. What am I gonna eat in class? I had to eat like Wheat Thins.
Yeah. Oh.
Instead.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll see. You know, we don't actually get that much money on our like SUIDs here, and there's a lot of vending machines with soda in it. So we don't actually get that much money. So I do think that if they higher the taxes, people are gonna stop drinking as much soda. Because, you know, especially here at SU, we don't have that much money, so higher taxes, it'll cost more, but we'll see.
And a cupcake shop in Oregon is getting backlash after releasing a cupcake they called the President. Many Yelp reviewers are deeming the cupcake racist because it had an Oreo on it. When owner Angelica Hayes was asked about it, she said that it was named that because the president's favorite cookie was an Oreo, and she thought it was an honorary name. However, until the election passes, she decided to change the name to The Professional, adding that no matter what it is called, it's still one of the most popular cupcakes in the store.
So what do you think about this?
I think people are a little too touchy. He said Oreos are his favorite cookies, so why is it a big problem? Like, I don't know. People were looking just to make some controversy, stir things up.
Definitely. I'm curious what President Obama has to say about this. I wonder if news has gotten back to him.
I'm sure he laughed it off. He's a very, like, I don't know, like a very humble guy. I feel like he didn't really take too much,
Definitely. You know, and the cupcake looks amazing.
Yeah, look at the frosting. So
I kind of want to go get one, but I guess I'll have to go in for a, what's it called again? The name for it now?
Oh, the Professional.
Yes,
the Professional.
yes. Okay, I'll have to go in and look for one of those. After the break, a chocolate lover's dream couple.
After that, there'll be a sweet treat. After that sweet treat, will you be voting? KJ Vaughn is here to tell us why you should.
Stay with us.
Every time I hear the alarm bell go off in school, I think it's an air raid.
A lot of houses in our neighborhood have been destroyed. I like to close my ears and sing songs whenever the bombs come close.
I'm worried our new neighbors won't like us.
But I know it's all gonna be worth it. I just want my family to be safe. But these are not my words.
These are not my words.
These are not my words.
Adventure can be found anywhere, but the best place to start is in the forest.
I spy something beginning with S.
Snow.
No.
Snow-covered trees.
Nothing to do with snow.
Head outside to discover incredible animals and beautiful plants that come together to create an unforgettable adventure.
Wow.
So grab your loved ones
Don't even.
and explore a world of possibilities.
Come on, this way.
Visit discovertheforest.org to find the closest forest or park to you.
Got a quarter?
They said I have troll teeth.
That my voice sounded like a possessed baby doll.
That no one would ever love someone as stupid as me.
That I was fat, ugly.
Disgusting.
The effect of bullying is potent.
We will no longer be the silent majority.
Now, when you see online bullying, there's something you can do about it.
We're gonna take action with the I.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness.
I am a witness, and so are you.
Central New York chocolate lovers, do we have a treat for you? If you're a fan of artisan chocolate, you'll have to taste this SU alum's latest creation.
Juice and Java's very own Jamie Weiss spent an afternoon surrounded by chocolate and learned how one Syracuse alum traded his intended career for an empire of chocolate.
Every year, Syracuse University's Whitman School of Management produces thousands of successful students. Only 20 minutes from campus, you can find one exception. Masters alum Michael Volosian decided to push his intended career aside for something much sweeter.
I got assigned the topic of chocolate, and that was only January of 2010. And I'd never really tasted real chocolate before. Just to put a small paragraph in my thesis, I researched artisan chocolate and went to go work with an artisan chocolate maker in Albany, New York, of all places. And I just wanted to watch her. So I showed up in a full suit. She put me to work for the day and made up my mind from right that moment forward. I was going to make chocolate the rest of my life.
Loon Chocolate opened up in 2011 with the idea of combining sugar, spice, and all things nice to create a unique chocolate experience. The second you walk into the store, you'll be overwhelmed with the smell of chocolate. And if you're lucky, you'll get to take a bite out of something new.
My favorite one is on the bottom shelf there. It's called the Chai Buddha, and it's the first chocolate I ever created. I looked at the mold, and the mold just cried out for something unique. So that's the first chocolate I ever designed, was a Chai Buddha. I actually have it tattooed on my forearm too, that chocolate.
Michael told me that to him and his wife Emily, Loon Chocolate has become a family. While the husband-wife duo hold opposite shifts, everyone who visits the store or works alongside them can feel the chocolate love.
I think it just induces happiness. I don't know. It's just like a very different atmosphere. So I honestly just love coming in and working here. I never have a bad day here.
It's very fun, it's very friendly, it's very soothing to work with chocolate. But for me, just very good for the soul. And nobody's ever eaten a piece of chocolate and been miserable.
In Manlius, Jamie Weiss, CitrusTV News.
That looks so delicious. Thank you, Jamie. Now for first-time voters, it's less than 30 days until you can cast that ballot.
KJ Vaughn is at the Plasma to talk about how to ensure your vote counts.
Voting. Everyone does it in some capacity, and a lot of people are probably thinking I'm talking about voting for American Idol or Dancing with the Stars. I'm not. I'm talking about voting in the 2016 presidential, Senate, and House races here in America. Now, I'm not going to dive into the politics of the election. That is what another Citrus TV program called Talking Points is for. What I'm here to do is educate all of you guys out there about the process to vote while you're away at school. While away, you have two options. Registering in the county you are in for school, which would be Onondaga County for SU students, or getting an absentee ballot from your home county in your home state. If you were hoping to register to vote in Onondaga County, your deadline has passed, as the deadline was yesterday. Don't worry though, if you would still like to vote, you probably still have time to register to receive an absentee ballot from your home county. This is what I did. I went online and found my Michigan voter application form absentee ballot. I filled it out and then emailed it to my city clerk. She then put the absentee ballot in the mail, and I will receive it in a week or so out here in Cuse. Now, I would like to remind you that this will only work if you are already registered in your home county to vote. It is also important to know the deadlines to have your absentee ballot back by if you are voting in your home district. Some districts are different and state that the ballot has to be back in your home district by the time the polls close on the 8th of November. Some other states need the ballot just postmarked by the 8th of November, and you can receive them past this date and they will still count them, while other states need you to have them postmarked by the 7th of November, and then there are a lot of different deadlines, so I really encourage you guys to know them for your specific state. If you would like to know that, you can check out vote.gov under the absentee ballot section, and they have all the states registered, their states registering times listed. So this is very important. Also, if you're planning to vote here at Syracuse University at the SU polling location, know the location has changed from Byrd Library, where it used to be, to Huntington Hall, the education building. You would think that this would be well-known information, as we are less than a month from voting day. But when I happened to ask some staff workers at Huntington Hall if Huntington was the new polling place, they were not even sure. They had to call someone. I did get a firm answer though, so don't worry. It is Huntington Hall, so I'm passing that along to you guys. If you are voting in New York State, polls are open on November 8th from 6 a.m. to 9 p.m. If you are in line by 9 p.m., you will be allowed to vote. So I encourage everyone to get out there and vote.
And when we come back, it's almost time to dance for 12 hours.
Find out how you can sign up.
We'll see you right here in a minute.
Are you good to drive?
I'm fine.
How many did you have?
I should be fine.
You should be.
Go and step out of the vehicle for me.
See ya, buddy. Good luck. So turns out, buzz driving and drunk driving, they're the same thing, and it costs around $10,000. So not worth it.
I want to eat apples and bananas. I need to eat apples and bananas. Why can't I eat?
1 in 5 children struggles with hunger in America. Support the Feeding America nationwide network of food banks to help provide meals to those in need. Join us at feedingamerica.org.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for information on how to provide even better care for the person who wants to care of you.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. I have my friend Laurie Beth Koller here to talk about Ottothon. So Laurie, what exactly is Ottothon?
So Ottothon is Syracuse University's 12-hour dance marathon. So all of our proceeds go to Upstate Golisano Children's Hospital, which is our local Children's Miracle Network hospitals. So Children's Miracle Network hospitals have a certain standard to what kind of hospitals they are. So they're non-for-profits to begin with, but they also have life specialists, family rooms. They have a full school education right in the hospital itself. So we come out and dance for 12 hours for the kids who can't. So you pledge to stand on your feet for 12 hours.
Great. So once you're at the actual Ottothon, what do you do there?
So this year the event is starting at 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So when you get there, check-in is from 9 to 10. And so we'll have breakfast, different a cappella groups are going to be there performing, kind of waking people up slowly. And then you'll go into Goldstein Auditorium, which is where our main event is. And then from there on out, we do opening ceremonies and the dancing begins. Throughout the event, there will be different games, like one of my favorite, Ships and Sailors. It's a great interactive game. And then with that also being said, you hear beautiful stories of miracle children and miracle families that have been through a lot, and they come and share their stories. So it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, definitely. So this is the full 12 hours.
Yes.
If you don't want to come to the whole thing, is that possible?
Yeah, so definitely it's possible. But for anybody that's come to the event in the past, if you come for the full 12 hours, and stay the whole time, it is so unbelievably worth it. At the end, when the final numbers go up and the reveal happens, there is a kind of sense of success, but there's also a kind of sense of happiness, and that we did that, and I had a part in it. So, you see the families and you see the children at the end, and they're all beaming, and you just know that all of what you just did is going to such a special place.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So tell me a little bit about the money you guys are going to raise. How much did you guys raise last year? What are you guys expecting for this year?
Yeah, so last year was actually kind of different in the dance marathon world. We had 2 events in 1 year. So in February 2015, we had our first ever Ottothon, and we raised $83,000. In our second event, we decided to move our event in the fall, so we had to completely switch the entire gear. So we had 2 events in 1 year. So our second event was in December 2015, and that raised $88,000. So we're really excited. So in 1 year, we raised $152,000. So we broke records in the dance marathon world. So this year, our goal is $175,000. We're doing really well. We have about 800 participants registered right now, with a huge increase from last year of about 470 registered. So big increase, but we're really excited.
Definitely. So really fast, just tell me how you can sign up.
Yeah, so you can go to Ottothon.org, scroll down, dancer registration, and from there on out, just post and get people to fundraise and get people to donate to your account.
Definitely. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Thank you.
We'll be right back after this short break.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Looking for these? You drive buzzed. It could be one very expensive ride.
First, you gotta make bail. Then pay me to get your car back.
Your insurance premiums will go through the roof.
And my legal fees just keep adding up. All told, it could end up costing you $10,000.
Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Welcome back to Juice and Java. We now have our segment called Take Two. I'll be discussing the debate, and Candace will be discussing one new beauty journalist.
Beauty contracts have always been reserved for the A-list, but one 17-year-old hailing from Bethlehem, New York, has reeled in quite an opportunity. James Charles is the new face of CoverGirl. This is the first time in its 58 years of business that a male will represent the makeup brand. Charles will be joining the ranks of Rihanna, Katy Perry, and Ellen DeGeneres for this worldwide campaign. As a senior in high school, Charles has already set up a lucrative career with an Instagram following of over 650,000. He gained a lot of attention last month when he took to social media his disappointment in his yearbook picture, which he then updated his 90,000 YouTube subscribers that a ring light was all that he needed for his perfect selfie lighting. James Charles is challenging stigmas surrounding males wearing makeup. His beauty blogging career began by doing makeup for his friends and has then took off. Charles is certainly shaking things up. A lot more males on social media are taking blogging by storm. This female-dominated market is now integrating a new audience, one that is not solely geared towards women and is not in the same category as drag performing. We are seeing a lot of the lines blurred. More celebrities are straying away from gender normalities in fashion. We have seen Will Smith's son, Jaden Smith, donning a skirt, and rapper Young Thug wearing a kimono on his album cover.
And moving over to the political sphere, this past week has been a bit crazy for the campaigns. First, the video was released of Donald Trump and his lewd remarks towards women, and then we get to see Trump and Clinton face off at the second presidential debate. So here's what I think about all this. I wasn't entirely shocked by Trump's video, but I was definitely disgusted. It was almost like you thought Trump had said the worst thing he could say, and then he just kept going and making it even worse. And it came out at a very interesting time. Last week was the It's On Us week of action here at SU. If you don't know, this is an organization started by SU alum Vice President Joe Biden to combat sexual assault on college campuses. So I can't even imagine what he was thinking while watching this video. And then today, anchor Billy Bush was ousted from NBC after this scandal. I personally find it a bit shocking that Bush lost his job from the small role he had in the video, while Trump can continue to run for President of the United States. But Bush doesn't have it too bad. Nothing is finalized, but according to TMZ, he is expected to get $10 million from the settlement. Moving on to the debate, I learned basically nothing helpful about either candidates, but I did walk away from the debate with one lasting image, Ken Bone. I thought he basically saved the entire debate by just being there and looking like he walked out of one of the cards of the children's game Guess Who. The internet went crazy over this guy, and people are even making some sexy versions of this for Halloween costumes.
And when we come back, the creepy clown epidemic continues.
Stay with us.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's your check.
Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay. God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Creepy clowns are making national news, but there is one clown you might be seeing less of now. McDonald's has decided to limit Ronald McDonald's participation in community events out of respect.
This comes after many clown sightings across the country have people shaken up. The company did not provide any further information about future sightings of Ronald McDonald. Monique, thoughts?
This is so interesting to me. You know, I think that this whole clown sighting is really concerning. I'm a little bit nervous for Halloween. You don't know who's gonna like dress up like a clown and if people are gonna be like violent towards the clown. So I do think it's sweet that McDonald's is taking Ronald McDonald out. But you know, it's so sad. He's such an American icon, so it's very sad.
Yeah, it's very unfortunate that such a character has to like, I don't know, just not have such a presence, you know, around children and like.
Definitely. You know, I'm curious, you know, I love the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade and Ronald McDonald is always in it. So I'm curious to see if this blows over by the time that the Thanksgiving Day Parade is on. I really hope that he's there.
Yeah, hopefully this whole thing will be done by then.
He does so much good. The Ronald McDonald House does so much good for the country. So I really hope that this blows over and he gets to come back out.
Yeah, I just hope that there aren't any more clowns, especially around campus, because...
Definitely. That was getting a little bit scary.
Yes. And that's all we have for today's Juice and Java.
Thank you so much for tuning in. Make sure to follow us on CitrusTV on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter.
You stay bundled up, Syracuse.
For Juice and Java, I'm Monique Euster.
And I'm Candace Higgins.